Hello, welcome to the channel. Here we have 2026 Neco objective pass questions. And here I'm going to provide answers to the questions. Let's go and see the questions as we have question one. Question one says that the path labeled D in the figure below is an altitude. Option A is the answer to question one. Then question two says that the path labeled S in the figure below is a quadrant. That is option C is the answer to question two. Then let's move on to question three as we have it here that the figure below is a link mechanism. What is path label J? So path label J in this diagram is a slider. So that is option E is answer to question three. Then question four says that in the figure below, the line labeled T is a datum. So that is option A is the answer to question four. Then question five. So question five, as we have it here, says that which part of the drawing in the figure below represents eave of the roof? Which part of the drawing in the figure below represents eave of the roof? So the answer to this question is this part N here. So the answer is option B is the answer to question five. Then moving on to question six, as we have it here, says that the part labeled G in the figure below is a wall. So that is option D is the answer to question six. Then moving on to question seven, it says that identify the tool sketched in the figure below. This tool is an outside calipers, So option C is answer to question seven. Then moving on to question eight, which says that the figure below represents a symbol of glass. So that is option B is the answer to question eight. Then moving on to question nine. So here we have that the electrical symbol in the figure below is a switch. So option E gives us the answer to question nine. Then question 10 says that the plumbing symbol in the figure below is a water closet. So option E is the answer to question 10. Then move on to question 11, which says that the recommended height of the door opening is 2,100. So option C is the answer to question 11. Then question 12 says that which of the following tools is an edit command? Which of the following tools is an edit command? So this is from AutoCAD. So the answer to this question is option A is the answer to this question 12. Okay, so moving on to question 13, which says that which of the following instruments is used to draw vertical lines in conjunction with T-square? Which of the following instruments is used to draw vertical lines in conjunction with T-square? So the answer is set squares. Okay, so use set squares to draw vertical lines in conjunction or with the support of the T-square. Then question 14 says that which of the following projections is associated with a vanishing point? So the answer is perspective. So option E is the answer to question 14. Then going on to question 15, which says that the block in the figure below is drawn in isometric projection. So option B gives us the answer to question 15. Then question 16 says that in which of the following software is knife tool found? In which of the following software is knife tool found? So that is in Corel Draw. So option D is the answer to question 16. Then question 17 says that in which of the following toolbars is trim tool found? In which of the following toolbars is trim tool found? So trim tool is found in modify tool in AutoCAD. So option C is the answer to question 17. Then going on to question 18, which says that which of the following statements describe the main purpose of title block which of the following statement describes the main purpose of the title block? So the answer to this question is option E, to provide personal and technical information. Personal and technical information. So you that made the drawing, so you have to put your names and whatever you need to put there about yourself. And then you also talk about the drawing that you made. So the answer to the question 18 is option E, personal and technical information. Let's go and look at question 19. So question 19 says that which of the following is a safe working habit observed in the studios? Which of the following is a safe working habit observed in the drawing studio? So looking at what we have here, we have cutting paper with razor on the drawing board, so that is wrong. Oiling the joint of a pair of compasses, using a brush to wipe erased particles, using a pair of divider as a punch, so using a T-square as a drumstick. So option A, option B, option D, and E, they are all wrong. So the right answer to this question is using a brush to wipe erased particles, okay, so that the paper will not get stained and the work will not get dirty. So the answer to question 19 is option C. Then question 20 says that thin continuous line is used for dimension or dimensioning. Okay, so the answer to question 20 is option C. Then question 21 says that which of the following statement is true about rhombus? Which of the following statement is true about rhombus? We have that all its angles are exactly 90 degrees. That is not correct. All the sides are equal. So all the sides of the rhombus are equal. All the sides of the rhombus are equal. So option B is the answer to question 21. Now question 22 says that the external angle of a regular hexagon is 60 degrees. So option C gives us the answer to question 22. Then going to question 23, which says that in the figure below, the locus of a point P after complete revolution is an epicycloid. An epicycloid is the locus of a point obtained when a circle is rolling over the circumference of another circle. So the answer is epicycloid. Then question 24. The true length of a line is only shown if the line is dashed to the plane on which it is projected. So when a line is parallel to the plane on which it is projected, a true line will be found on that plane. So the answer is option B. So the answer is parallel. Okay, so option B gives us answer to question 24. Then going on to question 25, as we have it here, that which of the following projection reveals the true shape of the part labeled K in the figure below? So auxiliary view, okay, will give us the true shape of this part, okay. Then question 26 says that which of the following methods is used for developing rectangular prism? So we use parallel method to develop rectangular prism. So option B is the answer to question 26. Then question 27 says that which of the following is drawn in oblique? So looking at all these options, option B gives us the answer to question 27. Then question 28 says that which of the following represent the end view of a line in space in the figure below? So looking at what we have here, we have the vertical plane, we have the horizontal plane, then we have this line, okay? So the front view of this line will be a dot, and that's what we have at A. So A is not the right answer. Then the plan will be projected on the horizontal plane, and that will give us option E, okay? That will give us option E. But for the end view, we are looking at it in this direction. That means the plane is placed in between the vertical plane and the horizontal plane on this side. Okay, so looking at the options that we have here, option C is answer to question 28. Okay, then question 29. Question 29 says that identify the correct plan in the figure below, considering M as the front, okay, as the front elevation of front. Okay, so The plan is that we are looking at it from the top. So what do we see? So we are going to see this shape up here, and then we are going to see this triangle that we have here. So looking at all the options provided, option D is the answer to question 29. The question 30 says that the path labeled B in the figure below is a path labeled B in the figure below is projection. So this is a projection whenever we are to show a projection in the floor plan. So we use short dashes line to represent each projection. So option C is the answer to question 30. Then moving to question 31, which says that the following are factors that influence the demand of technical drawing materials and equipment except aesthetic of material. Aesthetic of material, that's talking about the beauty of material. So consumer income can affect it or can influence it. Improved quality can also affect its demand. Okay, then population size. Okay, so if people are more that are into learning of technical drawing or architectural work, so they will demand more of the materials and the price of goods. So if the price of the drawing materials come down, okay, so people that are into architectural drawing, technical drawing, so they will be able to buy more. Okay, so the answer to the question, okay, so is aesthetic of material, aesthetic of material. Then we'll move to question 32, which says that the part label C in the figure below is a web. So this is a web. So, okay, so option E gives us the answer to question 33. Then we'll move to question 32. So when we move to question 33, we have that the thread represented in the figure below is a buttress thread. Then question 34, that's option B to question 33. Then question 34 says that which of the following devices is used to stop a piece of machinery from rotating in relation to its adjoining part? So we use key. Okay, so we put key in between them so that they can rotate together, and one will not be rotating on its own while the other is also rotating on its own. We want both of them to rotate together at the same time, so we put key in between them for both of them to rotate together at the same time. Okay, then so the answer to this question 34 is option C. So we use the key so to put to join both of them together. Then going to question 35. So question 35 says that which of the following represent the sectional view of the block drawn in the figure below? Okay, sectional view of the block drawn in the figure below. So the answer to this question is option C is the right answer to this question. Okay, so then question 36 says that identify the symbol representing wardrobe. So the answer is option B is the answer to that question. Okay, so question 36, the answer is option B. Then question 37 says that which of the following statement is an advantage of blueprint? Which of the following statements is a disadvantage? Okay, disadvantage of blueprint. So it's what? It makes production cumbersome. So that is the answer to that question. Then that's option E is the answer to question 37. 38. The following are essential skills when establishing a blueprint in the production center, except putting much trust on your skill alone. Okay, so option D is the answer to question 38. And question 39 says that the figure below represents a drawing setup. Identify the space labeled X. So the space labeled X is a margin. So it's a margin or the border lines. So if you have border lines there, so you have what we have. Okay, it's a margin. Okay, it's a margin. Okay, so this is the edge of the paper, and this is the border, or this is border line. Okay, so the space in between them is a margin. The space between the edge of the paper and the borderline is a margin. So for question 39, so option B is the answer to the question. Then for question 40 says that what is the value of K in the figure below? The value of K in the figure below. So let's see it. I'm going to, okay, so let's see what we have there. So let's read it together. Okay, so here we have 1. Okay, this is 1 point. Okay, so we count from here. So 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. Then you go up 1.71, 1.72, 1.73, 1.74, 1.75. Okay, so let's say 1.75. So do we have 1.75 here? So 1.75. So the answer is option C is the answer to question 40. Okay, so 1.75. So option C is the answer to question 40. Then question 41. So question 41. So here we have that in the figure below, ABCDE is enlarged in the ratio. ABCDE is enlarged in the ratio. So let me zoom this. Okay. Let's see what we have there. So looking at the figure, so this the enlarged figure is A, B prime, C prime, D prime, and E prime. So it is taken from size 3 to size 7. So the answer is 3:7. So option D gives us the answer to question 41. Then going to question 42. So here we have a question which says, which of the following triangles is in the figure below is equal in area to ABC? Okay, so we have triangle ABC and we have triangle ABD. So ABD has equal area as triangle ABC because these are two triangles between the same parallels and they are on the same base AB. So when two triangles are on the same base and they are in between the same parallels, that means they are equal in area. So triangle ABD is equal in area to triangle ABC. So the answer is option A, as we can see it there. So now, so we move to question 43. So question 43. So we say that what is the value of TU in the figure below? What is the value of TU in the figure below? Okay, so TU is distance from this point to this center of this circle. And if we are to draw this arc, this arc has its own radius to be S, and the radius of this circle is R. So when we have an arc like this that touches the external part of these two circles, so when we have to draw it, we are going to add the radius of the circle, the radius of this circle, and radius of this arc. So radius of this arc is S, and radius of this circle is capital letter R. So the answer to this question is S plus R. So that's capital letter R. So the answer is option B, is the answer to question 43. Okay, so if they're asking for OT, so OT will be small letter R and S, okay, small letter R and S. So that might have given us option B, because they asked us that for that of TU, so the sum of the radius of this circle and this radius of this arc. Okay, so that is capital letter RS plus capital letter R. So that is also option B, is the answer to question 43. Then moving on to question 44. So question 44, we have that if PQ slides about KY and XK in the figure below, which of the following represent the locus of point O? So the locus of point O here, so we have it down here. So to give us option E is the answer to question 40. Question 43, 44. Okay, question 44. Then question 45. So question 45, as we have it here. So we have okay, so I want us to see the question. So here we have identify the correct pattern, development of pi B in the figure below when cut open through XX. So when cut open through XX, so the answer is option B, is the answer to question 45. Okay, then question 46 says that the auxiliary projection drawn from the plan is first auxiliary elevation, first auxiliary elevation. So option A is the answer to question 46. Then question 47 says that, okay, so which of the following locking device will be suitable for the hole labeled Y in the figure below? So we use split pin. So that is option C is the answer. So when we put split pin here, it prevents the knot from losing out of the bolt. Okay, so split pin is the right is the one that we are to use put inside this hole. So option C is the answer to question 47. Then question 48 says that which of the following represent pitch of the thread in the figure below? So the answer is N is the answer to this question. So N is the answer to this question. That's option D is the answer to question 48. Then question 49 says that what type of section is used on the machine part in the figure below? So this is an offset section. So looking at what we have here, so the cutting plane goes in this direction, and then it turns like this, goes in this direction, and then it turns like this and goes this way. So this will give us an offset section. That is what that's kind of section that will reveal to us the interior part of this hole, the exterior part of this hole, and the interior part of this hole. So the answer is option D for question 49. Then last question is question 50, which says that which of the following tools is used in Harvard graphics? In Harvard graphics, so the answer is curvature. Okay, so the answer is curvature. So that is option B is the answer to question 50. So we have been able to answer question 1 to 50 for this year, 2026 Neco objective past question. So please follow me on this channel and help me to share my videos with your friends or who are engineering or technical drawing students. And also like our videos on this channel. I will appreciate it if you can join my YouTube membership. I will appreciate just to pay token monthly and remain blessed. Thank you. Cool.